G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Alright, the garden's starting to get in a swing, so I figured I'd come out and give you a tour, let you see where it's up to. Let's start off with the main bed. Don't mind the grass, I need to cut that, take that out to the chickens. Alright, just here we have some potato onions, which are a special type of onion. They grow by multiplication under the ground, much like a potato, hence they're called a potato onion. Similar to a shallot, but they're much more reproductive. Most of these plants have got probably 6-7 stems in there, so they're going to give you that in the bulbs. Jalapenos, they're kicking along. They haven't started too much new growth yet, but they should be going soon. This main bed is a little cooler than the others. We've got plenty of garlic happening in here. The beans that were planted through here, not a lot of uptake on them. We do have some weeds starting to come through though, so I need to clean that up. This parsley plant shooting the seed, so that needs to come out pretty soon. Oregano's looking great for another year. More garlic. We have the red shallots in here. Again, they are not really moving too well. This area is shaded for most of the day. Have that tree out the front there, and that puts a lot of shade on here. So this is a lot cooler than other sections. More garlic, and we do have a couple of beans coming up in this section. They're just the green manure, so I'm not too stressed about them. But yeah, you can see where we're less in the shade of the tree, it's starting to kick off a bit. Brown shallots doing wonderful. Yeah, plenty of growth happening there. You know, most of them divided up into a couple of bulbs, so happy. Over here we have a last run of peas. This is a snow pea. Just trying to get that last crop of peas in before it gets too hot for them. And we've added a little rhubarb plant. The paprika, as of yet, not starting to kick on for the year. Some of them definitely look like they're gonna not make it for this year, but I have planted some fresh ones. Oh, there we go. There's a bit of fresh growth on that one. Awesome. And my daughter got me a garden gnome, or Grumpy the Dwarf. Go figure. Little pepper bed over here. Starting to get some new growth. So that should start kicking on for us. We've got a few leeks in here, some oregano self-seeded in here. So doing great. Over here we have the European spinach starting to head to seed already. So I might start plucking some of that out for chicken food. You know, I haven't been at it as much this year. I have a little insect in here that may well be a little predatory wasp. So that's a good thing. Hey, our potatoes. This is a bunch Tina and I transplanted, doing well. This is those little shriveled ones that I showed you just recently when I planted the purple potatoes, and you know, they just had a little bit of green growth, and look at them now. There's the other one. Fantastic. Egyptian walking onion, doing well. Our purple potatoes, look at them. Absolutely kicking goals there. Store-bought potatoes are coming up. Been getting hit a bit by slugs and snails, so there's a little bit of bait sitting around. Yeah, I tried organically last year and it was a fight. and I end up losing a lot of plants. So I've used pallets this year. This bed here is still vacant. Probably gonna go with either watermelon or a squash in this one. This bed here, probably gonna use a climbing frame for a cucumber this year. And I had some red onions inside that were starting to sprout and root. So they've come out and been planted into the ground. Let's see what happens with those ones. Okay, over in the central bed, pretty bare at the moment. I've got a couple of leeks just holding place, but they're not really doing too well. You've got some kale in here that's again starting to shoot the seed. You know, we're getting some warm weather and then some really wet weather. So we'll see what happens. But anything that's shooting the seeds ended up out with the chickens. Bok Choy's finished, gave the last lot to the chickens yesterday. This sucker looks dead. So that hasn't made it through the winter by the looks of things. That one over there still got some green on it. So hopefully that pepper will kick on. Our smaller raised bed, all the radishes are now out of that. We've got wombok, which is doing great. Starting to form some heads in there. Not massive heads, but they're starting to form. This is the cauliflower, which is a mini cauliflower. As of yet, no heads starting to form, but they've got time. Leeks in here doing fantastic. Spinach is doing well. Had a couple of picks off that, and this one random bean in here hasn't formed any pods yet, so have to see what's going on with that one. Just here we have a pepino. I put that in last year, but didn't really talk about it because it really didn't do that much. It started to come back for the year. You can see we've got some flowers on it, so hopefully we'll get some fruit on it. The Beauregard sweet potatoes, we are starting to get shoots happening. Lots of purple little new leaves, so looking good there. Again, most of them have got those new purple leaves. This one here is the only one that's sort of mainly dead. I'll just wait and see what happens with that one. And there's one of our snails, so that's going to go out and visit the chickens. We've added in some more sweet potato, and there'll be a video upcoming on that one. We have a Northern Star, Kumara, which is a Polynesian one, and also a Hawaiian. There's a couple more still to come. Over here we have Yacon that's come out, and again there's a video upcoming on that one. But yeah, that is a wonderful crop. And lastly, at the front of this section we have some onions, some shallots. It's both a red and a white onion. And also in there is some New Zealand yams, or oca. So again, another video waiting to come out. So let's have a look at what we got going on inside. Now when I'm sprouting seeds, I keep the vents closed. Keeps a more humid atmosphere in there and helps them to sprout a bit better. These are ones over closest to the window. They're looking a little bit drier, so they'll need a bit of water. The ones over this side look a bit wetter. What we got going on here? That's the paprikas. So that row is paprikas. They're going to take a little bit longer to sprout than everything else. And we've got our tomatoes. And that last row is our yam beans, or jicama. In the bedroom we have the coffee plants. Still waiting just a little bit to put them outside. They probably will be okay outside now. But yeah, I'm just going to give them another week or two. We have some white sweet potato and some comfrey that's just arrived. So I'm just waiting for that to kick on a little bit before it goes outside. This one I had open because I had the onions in it, and I really do need to close it. Oh, but we have some action going on. We have watermelon, that's Lakota pumpkins, and Trombencio zucchinis. And just in here we have some ginger and turmeric that we're waiting for it to sprout up. Okay, this one here. Again, we're drier closer to the window, so that needs a bit of adjustment. And we have our cucumbers, we have some more pumpkins and zucchinis going on in here. So I'll give everything a spray before I close them back up again. Once these get up for this lot, because they're such tall growing plants, I'll take the cover off completely. Whereas normally I just open the vent, but with the taller growing plants, I'll take the cover off completely. And then I'll turn them around every couple of days so that they're not leaning towards the window so much, they get to go both directions. And lastly, for inside, we have a few more yacons. Just waiting to get big enough to put them out. We have the Yam Bean that I was trying to grow from a tuber, and I think we're not really getting anything going on there, but I'll give it a while longer to see what happens. We have our Taro plants. Some of these are getting close to going out. This one, as you can see, it's got its first leaf, it's working on its second leaf. That one there is working on its second leaf. So they're getting very close. Some of them are reluctant to come up. But yeah, it's not quite warm enough outside yet for taro because it is a tropical sort of plant. And lastly in here we have this lot, which are some Molokai sweet potatoes. Now I got those as some sprouted tubers from a place called Heirloom Haven, and found them on Facebook, and yeah, it was the only place I could find that had these available. So I will throw a link down in the description and let everyone know where to get them. They are over in Western Australia, but she was quite happy to ship to me over here in Victoria. So as per normal, we'll come out and see the chickens. You can see I've put some cuttings down on the ground there, some branch cuttings, and that's trying to get some grass to come up in their area without them clearing it up straight away. There's the Bok Choy that they had the other day, and anyone who thinks that they don't like a green feed, this is the attention I get when I bring it in. So there we are, some happy chickens with some green feed, and really being a turd and flipping it all over so no one else can get any. So yeah, they are very happy little chickens. Can't wait for some grass to come up so they can get some regular feed from that. And tails, isn't he looking magnificent? All right, thank you very much everyone for watching, and bye for now.